All right, try this again. Try to add some music this time, but I feel like I can hear an echo already. Hmm. Well, maybe I can just get through it. All right. So the goal for this uh, stream here, I made this app called Bedtime AI, and the idea is that you put in a name and a theme, and it will hit submit, and it uses ChatGPT to create a new bedtime story every night. So um, and it worked. I think it might not work right now. Let's see. There's been some issues with it. Not totally sure what happened. But anyways, I built this app based on the T3 stack. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. So it still works. I don't know if I can handle this echo. See if I can remove there. Ah, there we go. Okay, nice. All right, it works better now. Yeah, so anyways, I built this app with the T3 stack and I started learning about like TRPC and kind of having that end-to-end type safety with the front end and the back end. Um, and yeah, it was cool and kind of it was a good learning experience and I definitely see the benefits of using like TRPC and especially once I got it working in a Lambda function with like API gateway. It was pretty cool. Like I thought it was, uh, I thought it worked really well. The only like issue that I had with it is it did seem like a lot of code, like a lot of things that I kind of had to remember, like where it was all located or running, and like especially with like the TRPC router, and then um, I don't know, just some of the things that like went into it. I can It just seemed like a lot to like add when, and then I started to now learn more about like the latest features of Next.js, 13.4, and with like the server actions, um, and sort of bringing it all together or closer together. And so I thought it would be cool to just kind of see if I can port this over into like a 13.4 application and see what the difference is and see if it seems a little bit better um, than what I'm currently doing with the T3 stack. So, all right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started, and still gonna use SST to, you know, deploy this application, but yeah, I think I've already. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Um, actually, move it. I've made a lot of versions of this. So, um, okay, so let's go ahead and uh, clear, do npx create. We'll just start from scratch here. I'll call this bedtime AI V2. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up in VS Code first, and I've noticed before I install the dependencies, I gotta go in and create a next app within packages. Create next, and I'm just gonna call this web. And that looks good. All right. So while that's going, I'm gonna actually open up my other. I guess it's just SST3 here, so I can look at the old stuff with the new stuff. All right. So while that's going, uh, well, can't really get too far yet. Okay. So that created our next app. Let me go down here and go install our dependency for our SST side of things. Cool. Alright. And so there's a few things like comes SST comes out of the box and it names things for you, but I'm just gonna name this bedtime stack, and then we have to update this, that, that, bedtime stack, bedtime stack, that, and like that, and then actually we could go ahead and I'm gonna run npm dev here just to kind of kick off our SST deployment. Cool. And then what else do we need to do here? There's not much on the infra side, to be honest. So I have to input my open AI API key, but I'm gonna hold off on that for now. And we'll say const web equals new next JS packages dot web, and just say that. Okay. And actually we can combine and we'll say API. All right. And this is gonna be a post. Anything else? Well, I guess I'm just gonna, because we're gonna have to interact with the API here. So we'll say const open AI API key equals new name dot secret. Tag, say open AI. Alright, we want to we want to bind this here. What's the name? Oh, is this in the maybe the default object function, maybe? Ah, there it is. Find that. So basically, gonna bind our API key to the function. So now this Lambda function has access to our API key. Uh, Likewise with the web here, we're binding the API with the Next.js site, which is cool because you'll see in a minute here how we can just access this URL within the server actions. Anything else? Yeah, I think we can also output the, yeah, like that case. All right, cool. I think that's it from the infra side of things. Now we could head over to the Next.js side of things. Get rid of this. And then let me just grab what I had for, yeah, so maybe I'll just grab, let's see, grab everything. Hmm. All right, I'll just grab the stuff here. Let's see what we need. Yeah, need to install the Flowbyte stuff. This is it here. So CD in the web. Oh, packages web. Add the plugin. I think we can get rid of this theme as well. Uh, okay. All right. So now if we run our next app, let's just see if this pops up. Probably not, because this is gonna freak out about the server components. Maybe not. Let's open up localhost. Yeah. Thought so. Well, let's just see if this client. Uh, yeah. So here we go. I guess this is where we start, you know, chopping it up a bit and separating the server and client components. So like this is the trade-off that I kind of talking about. I guess it's like TRPC. You have to kind of go through some of all of this stuff as well, but I can't tell if it's like better or worse. Anyways, all right, we'll keep going here. Components and like, what should we call this here? I guess we got this nav bar. There's like a hero section, right? So we could rip all this stuff out. Yeah, because like, hmm, just bring this in here too. Yeah, so this is my old like function here, which you know we would post the data from the form uh, using TRPC, and then it would come back with the story content, like basically what we see here. So kind of need to figure out how to pull out this client side stuff, right? And create like the server actions here, I believe, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and add this here. Or can we just basically keep it all the same and oh wait, I think this is actually easier. Ah, interesting. Wait, so yeah, do we just basically call this here like this? Oh man, if it's that easy. So basically instead of saying this, get rid of this too. Is this what we do? So it would be something like that. And this would be like get story. Where does the data come from? Hmm, we don't need that. So I think this would be like, oh wait, we need like Axios and stuff in here to make the call. Because what we could do is bring in the import our API from SST. So import API like that. And then, yeah, let me stop our server here and say, let's say pnpm install Axios response equals await Axios dot get, and we want to say API dot API dot URL. Or wasn't it Axios? Where'd it go? Import Axios. Is it just, yeah, from Axios? And then in our form, did we just say, or we could call this create story. We want this to be a post. Yeah, because we want to post the data. Right? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh yeah, it's also what are those called? I don't know what that means. Cancel. Is this showing up at least? No, it's not. All right. Am I missing this here? This action? Is that why? Probably. Form. Oh yeah, that's why. So this should be action equals this. Maybe not. I think this is, yeah, I think I need that though, right? And I want to make sure that they're entering a name and theme. So does this have to be like action equals? All right, let's just try this thing. Mm, hmm, okay. So how do we import that then? I can find oops, I just saw a YouTube channel about this. See if I can find it. Okay, so they're making like their own actions. Mm. Server actions cannot be defined within client components, but they can be imported to use server actions in client components. You can import the action from a file containing a top-level server use server directive. Okay, and that's what we gotta do. But I think I'm gonna call it a stream here. Tired. It's not as straightforward as I was hoping. I was hoping it would fit everything inside of this single page, but we gotta split it out with our server actions. But I'll pick that up in another stream. So, all right.